church which is fully involved in our shared apostolic mission to extend the kingdom of God globally through the recovery of New Testament church life, making disciples, training leaders, and planting churches by all means, including wholehearted financial commitment, welcoming translocal ministries, regularly attending corporate gatherings, promoting our publications, and communicating our news.
So financial commitment is one expression of being well and truly a part of the mission, not nominally kind of, I think we have the New Frontiers flag over our church somewhere. What are some of the other expressions of commitment to New Frontiers within the family of churches?
I think the things we do together, so that will vary from nation to nation depending on what's being done. There are often gatherings, like there used to be Stoneleigh, where the whole crowd could come. And I would say that in those days, being part of New Frontiers, you would expect people to turn up. You would say, well, actually, we're going on holidays. And no, it's Stoneleigh, come on. And similarly now with our leaders event, we would expect people to come because, well, we're part of that. We want to be there. It's just obvious. And in the UK, we have prayer and fasting dates 3 times a year. I mean, they're priority. God told us, gather. And so I'm ever so disappointed when someone says, oh, we're away, we couldn't make it. I think, well, get them in the diary, beginning of the year. You don't touch that. That's in the diary. So obviously, other things you build around that. To me, that's always been understood. I wouldn't say, well, I'm away. You're there. And so I think that kind of priority, and it may be that also more and more, again, in the UK, we're getting what we call together weekends, where groups of churches are putting something on. In the USA, we now have 3 celebrations in the East, the Midwest, and in the Far West. Get there. And for them, boy, the journeys are phenomenal. People drive for hours just to get there. And I'm so blessed to see that commitment to people responding to what is put on corporately. That also happens with regard to training, so that again in the UK, New Day, 7,000 teenagers, get your teenagers there, because it's massive and it's superb. So to endorse that, get behind it, show initiative. I mean, I know some churches have said, we've booked a bus, now let's fill the bus that we've booked. So they're proactive. They don't say how many would like to go. Oh, 5, okay. We've got the bus. That means 30 are going. Come on, where are you coming from? So, you really benefit from what you do together, no question. But it means sometimes initiating, moving that, and that leads to, I think, real fruitfulness and the blessings of being part of a family on the move together.
One of the most obvious examples of our benefiting from being together was Stoneleigh, as you've referred to. It was obviously puzzling for many people when it was closed down. Why was it closed down? Why did you guys feel it was important to close Stoneleigh down?
Well, God told us to. I mean, it sounds very simple now, but I think that it was against all my best wishes or my hopes, and it's a bit complicated to go into all that, to be perfectly honest, but God made it clear it was time to end it, and we just never doubted that, to be honest. And our people, I've been amazed how brilliantly people who love being at Stoneleigh every year said, okay, God's spoken. And I have 1 or 2 questions from people who used to attend, because 1/3 of the people who came were not New Frontiers people. I 1 or 2 letters from such. But from within our own ranks, I was amazed how well people received that incredible switch. And since then, I mean, we've just seen so much happen in terms of international mission. And the whole word that came, you might remember, was let's go. And I think people have gone into all kinds of settings because we cleared the ground. It used to take nearly 4 weeks in the summer for some. There were the 2 actual weeks, pre-week, closed down week. It hugely dominated our summer. And I think God has his reasons. I don't all fully feel I understand, but I know God spoke, and it was time to bring it to a conclusion.